today. I know coronavirus COVID is an important issue, and we all want to discuss about the vaccine, the new wave that has come in, and we have a lot of questions. So we are fortunate that we have a doctor today, and so much for joining in with us for this whole 1 hour. And he'll be explaining you different questions that you might have. Before we begin, we have a poll. A poll means you have to click on an answer, yes or no, or maybe. The first question, let me bring up the poll. Got your vaccine. Did you get the vaccine? Or are you planning to get a vaccine? These are the two. If you say yes, no, or maybe. We just wait for the poll to pop up. So I think there's some technical. Now we'll begin. Let me introduce you to doctor. His name is Dr. Sanjay Jain. Dr. Sanjay Jain. Can we please spotlight Dr. Sanjay Jain? Uh, some people are saying they can't see me. Can you all see me? Okay, you all can see me. Great. Can you see three people now? Yes. People are saying yes. All right. Hi. Hi, Dr. Jain. You're on mute. Sorry, you're on mute. Yeah. Uh, can you unmute?
I can hear you, Pura. I can hear you, Pura. I can hear you, Pura.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you unmute yourself again, please? Okay, great.
I have done it, but again and again it starts saying the host has unmuted.
Oh, okay. Got it. Got it. All right. Yeah, I think that's happening for some reason. Firstly, I would like to thank you for joining in, and thank you so much for your time and so much of hard work that you've been doing as a doctor. I know it's not a great time for the country, but we're really happy that people like you are working so hard to make our lives better, to protect us. So thank you so much for joining in. I know there are a lot of deaf people who have so many questions about the vaccine, if they should go for it, if they should not go for it, and the information is not accessible. Before we start with the questions, we would like you to give your background, sir.
Thank you so much, Surbi. Thank you so much, Halim. Good evening to all the young friends. I'm delighted to be with you all, and this is the best utilization of today evening. Uh, to introduce myself, my name is Dr. Sanjay Jain. I am a senior consultant, gastroenterologist at Apollo Hospital, Delhi. I'll be glad to answer your questions.
Great, great. I do want to tell everyone here that how do I know him is because his daughter is also a deaf person, and she went to Gallaudet as well. I remember she came here and we met her, and it was really nice to meet her. I will be beginning with a few questions, and then we'll open the floor for people who have, right? So my first question is, right. So with the COVID, since last 1 year, now there's a new wave. There's a second wave that has come in. So what can you explain what happened and why, suddenly there was a rise in cases again?
We were very fortunate that we could control our first wave fairly easily. Now, by January this year, our number of cases, number of deaths, everything had gone down. This was the time when America and Europe were going through second wave. They had very high mortality, very high number of cases. But we are very optimistic. We thought India will not have second wave. So stopped COVID appropriate behavior like use of mask, maintaining safe distance. We started neglecting it. That is number one. Number two, this virus is a very smart virus. After some time, it changes itself. The change means mutation. And this virus underwent mutation, which means now it is more infectious, involves lungs more often, and causes more deaths. Not only this, I'm sorry, but our politicians let us down. There were huge election rallies in Bengal. And see now, the COVID has gone up in Bengal. There was panchayat elections in Uttar Pradesh. And now the number has gone up in Uttar Pradesh. There were there was Kumbh Mela, which comes once in 12 years. It is very important from the Hindu point of view, but it involves collecting of lakhs of people. As a result, no COVID behavior, and the virus spread. There may have been more factors than this, but these are the main reason why this second wave has increased.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, definitely. I did see that, these two big factors and two big events that happened, and there were no COVID measures taken. People did not stay home. Totally. So now I do understand that before, the vaccine was only for 45 plus people who were the age of 45 and plus. And now, it has started for 18 plus as well. So, could you give an insight about how important is it to take a vaccine? Can this help in preventing COVID, or what is it? Can you explain a bit about that?
This vaccine is like any other vaccination. In childhood, many vaccines. Some vaccines are given in adults also. Now, regarding its efficacy, the most important thing it does is it prevents severe COVID, which means it prevents death from COVID. It does not stop the transmission completely. So, even after vaccination, you have to wear mask and follow COVID behavior. You may argue that then why take vaccine? No. See, it prevents severe pneumonia. It prevents severe COVID. If you have mild COVID, then you come out of it. The problem is the severe COVID. So, no question, vaccine is important. Everybody should take it. I have taken both my doses.
All right. So, question: if all over the country, the cases are increasing, for 4 months, 6 months, we don't know how long this is going to take. If everyone gets vaccinated, is it possible that we can go back to normal without the mask, or, you know?
Uh, Probably yes. Look at the countries like Israel. Israel vaccinated most of its population and they have stopped using masks. Ours is a huge country. It is going to take a long time to vaccinate everybody. So it will take a long time before we stop using masks.
All right. Why? Because, many of my friends and my parents and my sister in the US now, in the next month, they are going off the mask. So I'm like, wow, they have, that has happened, but in India, it's still. But if everyone gets vaccinated, possibly the numbers will reduce and eventually COVID will go. Yeah.
Yes, but it is probably 1.5, 2 years away, something like that.
Okay. Okay. So please keep wearing your mask then. Great. For the vaccine, there are two vaccines. One, I mean, can we go for any? Both are equally good, or one is good? What do you suggest?
See, the answer for general use is both are equally good. Take whichever vaccine you get hold of. In most places, government is not giving you choice. Like my hospital, only Covishield. So I took Covishield. Dr. Guleria aims only Covaxin. He took Covaxin. If you read in detail scientifically, there are some differences, but don't go for it. Take whichever you get.
All right. I believe that, all the vaccines, it should be free, or
Now, I'm afraid the government has changed the rules for us because we are the frontline worker. It was free, but now it is not free.
so we have to pay, right? But I
Yes,
heard that, some states there are free, some states they're not giving it for free, right?
it is a very
And
mixed
how
thing
much is the
going on.
cost? How much is
Mixed,
the average cost?
mixed thing going on. Some states are giving free. Some government institutions are giving free, but in private, the average cost is 600, but they charge 100 to 200 more for injection.
Okay, okay. Thank
So,
you.
like in Apollo Hospital, the cost of per injection is 850 rupees.
For both the doses or for one dose?
No, for one dose, and you have to take whatever the hospital gives.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Now I think I will open the question to the audience. Yeah, we'll switch the interpreter also. Who has questions? Charu, yeah.
Sameer, okay. Sameer is here. Can you check on chat box? Whoever wants to ask a question. Charu, can you spotlight Surendra Pratik? Charu is saying people are not raising hand, so I'll be looking for the people who are raising hand. I will spotlight them. Then Dr. Alim Singh, you can select the people whoever wants to ask. Okay. So Surendra here, I would like to ask, uh, I would like to get vaccinated. First of all, I would thought that I would not go for it, but someone told me that yeah, it's mandatory. I should go for it. So I went to the government hospital. I went there and got vaccinated. But in the later time, I was feeling so cold and I couldn't sleep at all. It was so dangerous for me. I was feeling like, what is happening to me? And they were like, you will get the medicine for 2 to 3 days and you will get healed. But I was getting so much cold. So that's what the question, why that was happened to me. The first question from my side.
See, these vaccines.
Just hold on. Just hold on. We would like to ask once again. So for a clarity, can we have Tushar? If he can translate it once again. Just a second. Can we have Tushar, please? Okay, Tushar, can you translate his question once again so that everybody could get it? Yeah, Tushar, you can go ahead. You can translate the question. What Pratik has asked, he has already asked the question. Can you translate it once again? Tushar is saying, can you explain your question once again? So he's saying that when I went for first of all, I decided I will not get vaccinated for myself. But later on, family said that you should go for it, get vaccinated done. So I went there. And when I got vaccinated in the morning, when I came back to home later on in night time, something I couldn't believe which was happening to me. I was feeling so cold. I took medicine also. I slept, and for 2 to 3 days, I was feeling so weak. I couldn't walk around, and I was not feeling good at all. It was 3 days, so that was the first time it happened to me. So for the second dose, I'm still waiting for it. So Tushar is saying, okay, I'll.
Manisha, I'm happy that you got yourself vaccinated. Vaccination hesitancy is common, but is wrong. Vaccines can have few side effects. Most important is anaphylaxis reaction, allergic reaction. That can happen within half an hour. Hence, after vaccination, you have to wait for half an hour in recovery before you are allowed to go home. Secondly, you can have mild fever, body aches, pain at injection site for 2-3 days. It settles with normal paracetamol. So no need to worry too much. Lastly, you may be reading clotting problems with vaccine. Now, that is very, very rare. Especially in India, we have not seen it. Some cases are reported from Europe, but there is a lot of vaccine politics. Ignore it. Whenever your turn comes, go and take a jab.
Okay, sure, understood. I would like to add over here, Dr. Alim here. The second dose, when you go for it, make sure that you went from which place you have got the first dose, get it done from that place only, the second dose. Okay, the same place, right? At the same place where you have gotten your first dose.
That is important because you have to take second dose of same vaccine. You cannot change. So if you go to other place, he may have different vaccine. So go to the same place.
I hope it's clear to you, Pratik. Pratik is saying, yeah, okay, I will go to the same hospital. I will not go any other place. Okay, it's clear now. Okay, thank you, Dr. Alim Singh. Yes, we would like to inform everyone, make sure whenever you are going for both the doses, go at the same place only, not the other place, and get the same vaccination done, not the different one. Okay, so Mohini here, I would like to have 5 points over here, would like to ask. Generally, from 18 onwards, people are getting vaccinated right now. But I have heard from some people, when you are done with the vaccination, after 2 to 3 days, people are getting died. People are dying. So it's not clear to me whether it's happening to the vaccination or what. So if the person, the couple is planning for having a family and they get vaccinated done, and if they can plan a family, they can have the sexual relation or not, or is it okay to get the vaccination done and after that they can have the relation? And the third one, so if I have been infected with the corona, so can I get the vaccination done after it? It means I have completed my 14 days. After that, is it okay to go for vaccination, or how many days I have to wait? And for example, I have a baby, 2.5 years old baby, and I'm breastfeeding the child. So can I go for the vaccination done and also breastfeed my child also? That's the question. And the fifth one, I usually get sick naturally, more oftenly. So, but is it okay to get the vaccination done or not? Because I usually feel weak most oftenly. Dr. Alim Singh, thank you so much for your all the questions. I've
Now,
mostly covered all the points.
very good questions. I'm happy. First question about sudden death after 2-3 days of vaccination is wrong. Maybe the person has died for some XYZ reason unrelated to vaccination. Your second question is about pregnancy. Now, at the moment, the recommendation is no vaccination to pregnant women, but in USA, there are trials. They have vaccinated pregnant women, and that was safe. The final results are yet to come. your other question was if you.
Just a second. I would like to add over here. So if you have already, you are pregnant, from, so it could be 1 to 9 months. Any woman who is pregnant from, if
Yeah,
she's from
yeah,
ranging 1 to 9 months,
vaccination.
they can.
Now, your question was if you are planning to get pregnant. See, now it makes sense not to get vaccinated for the time being. Uh, the third question was if the person is having corona, when should he be vaccinated? Most accepted, most people agree 3 months. After I have corona, I should wait for 3 months to get.
Just, sir, you are muted. Can you, unmute yourself?
The next question was about breastfeeding. There is no contraindication to vaccination for breastfeeding. In fact, some people go to say that through breast milk, the child also gets protected. But again, lot of research is going on. Your last question.
She's asking, breastfeeding is allowed?
Yes.
Okay.
And your last question is if you are feeling weak. Well, if you are feeling weak, you are more prone to infection. You are more prone to corona. So you must get vaccinated.
Okay, can I add one more point here? So if a couple is planning for a baby, you are saying it's better to just wait for a while, right? Is it likewise for a male person also? They should also not get vaccinated?
There is no problem with the male. But with the ladies, especially in the first 3 months of pregnancy, that is very crucial for birth defects, etc. So it is better if you are planning pregnancy, hold vaccination.
So, but the male person can go, right? I can hold for it. Okay, okay. Thank you. It's clear now. Dr. Alim Singh, thank you. Another one? Okay. Harshit here. As we all know that from 18 to 40, people can get vaccinated, right? So is there anything which has been made for the younger people that they get the other vaccination thing, or the people who are above 40, above age, they are getting the other vaccination? I think I need the report. If you can provide me the report.
See, there is no difference. It is the same vaccine, Covaxin or Covishield, whatever the age group, above 18.
So Dr. Alim saying, it's just the time phases, where like in India, there are a lot of population over here. So that's why we started with the 45 above aged people. Then later on, now it's been from 18 above. So maybe later on we have more or less age for get vaccination done.
It is the question of prioritizing. The vaccine is limited. You have to give priority to high risk population. First, the corona warriors, healthcare workers, army, then people above 65 and people above 50 with other diseases. So both are at risk. Slowly they will bring down, have they brought down the age to 80.
Okay. So, but my point is here in India, a lot of people are dying over here. So it's like family, they should support the other family members, that when they going out in the market, they should wear the mask so that they would get protected themselves from getting COVID. But there are people are not aware here, and if we are done with the vaccination part, maybe we can remove the mask as well in later on in the future. But right now, I'm just saying it that yeah, maybe.
You are absolutely right. I mean, everybody should ensure his friend, his family, his community, his society, everybody follow COVID appropriate behavior, which means mask, social distancing, and frequent washing of the hands.
Yeah, one more point. People are washing their hands, and sanitizing also. But if in case they are not listening to it, in ignoring the facts, and they might lose their family, right? And family might lose them. So it's important everyone to follow all the procedures, COVID rules and regulations, and people, they are not aware. See, in other countries, in the Western countries, in Spain, Germany, and all, there people are getting better these days. But here in India, we still have the second wave. So if they will feel better, then their family can also be protected, and people can get easily go away, go in this situation. So Dr. Alan Singh, you can only doctor can't spread the awareness regarding it. You also are the responsible person to spread the awareness among the people. Please use mask and please sanitize your hands. Please wash your hands. You can explain to them that it's very important for everyone to do it. Okay.
Absolutely correct.
Thank you. Okay, interpreters are switching.
Yeah, you have a question? Yes. Hi, sorry. Thank you so much, Dr. Saab. Thank you so much for this. So I have been COVID positive in January, and for 2 months. So I got the Covishield vaccine also. I have gotten the certificate. And for the second one, I have gotten COVID. Now COVID, can I go for it now, or what do I do?
No. When did your COVID finish?
January 1st.
When did you have the first dose?
April 3rd.
So now you have the second dose as per protocol. No need to change.
Okay. But why, like, in 28 days, why is it 28 days after, earlier it was 50 days, but now it is 28 days for the dose, second dose.
You are talking of Covishield.
Yes.
Covishield, earlier it was 4 weeks, 28 days. Now the government has made it 6 to 8 weeks. Now, if you look at original paper, original research trial, best results come after 6 to 8 weeks. More protection if second dose is after 6 to 8 weeks. I don't know why they opted 4 weeks in the beginning. So 6 to 8 weeks is perfectly fine.
All right. Second question. For the allergy, uh, for the allergy, can you still go ahead with the vaccine if there's any allergy?
Small allergies like skin allergy or some allergy to some food, etc., etc., there is no problem.
For vaccine, Covaxin or Covishield, which one is better off for the allergy?
No difference. No
Have you
difference.
taken your first vaccine? Dr. Alam is asking, yes, Covishield. Then you have to go for the same vaccine. Yes, yes, I know that. But I am asking for my son. My son has allergy. He's 18. He has some allergy. So should he go for Covishield or Covi vaccine?
No difference. No difference in allergy reaction to any of them. What precaution he can do is he can take anti-allergic tablet before he goes for vaccination, like Allegra, levocetrazine, extra precaution.
All right, got it, got it. Thank you. One more question. So I've heard that the Covaxin and Covishield is not good. Covaxin is better. So that's something that's bothering me and confusing me. A lot of people are saying Covaxin is better. So can but you're saying, but people are saying it's. I don't understand why are people saying this. Uh,
Very difficult question. The answer is yes and no. Now, if you look scientifically, initial research from Covishield showed efficacy of 72%, while efficacy for Covaxin was 81%. Number one. Number two, from Europe, some results of clotting with Covishield in younger people. These are the two differences, but vaccine at the moment is billions of dollar game. Pharma industry is playing games. They are pulling down one vaccine or the other vaccine. Don't get into the trap. For average person like you and me, both are the same.
Got it. Thank you for the clarity. Uh, my son is 18, but the government is not allowing, they don't have the stock right now of the vaccine. How long do we have to wait? Or, is there a way is the new stock coming in? Is it getting imported? Um,
I think Modi ji can answer that question.
PFIZ.
P5.
Okay. Yes, I understand that.
Lot of effort going on to increase the production.
Sorry?
Lot of effort going to increase the production. One new Russian vaccine, Sputnik,
Can you spell that?
Sputnik, has already arrived in India. So we should have more choices for the vaccine soon.
All right. So, so I have gotten Covishield from a private hospital. I paid for it, and for the second one, I will go for the second dose. The government is not giving it for now. It is giving it for free. So, why is this happening? Sometimes they're giving for free. Sometimes it's paid.
Very difficult to answer. They have totally messed it up. Now, there was lot of allocation in the health budget for free vaccination, but this is a government policy, so I won't be able to answer it.
All right. But the government, they're saying earlier private it was getting really faster. We had to pay, we had to wait in lines for the government. And especially, for the deaf people, they could have made some allocation, right? See, I would just add here, Dr. Alim here, just hold on to that. Possibly, person with disability, if you have a disability certificate, people who have it, they can go in the priority.
I'm afraid, as for in Government of India guidelines, there are no priorities for disabled people. I I have a deaf daughter, but I will agree with it. Deaf are not more prone to corona. Old person with diabetes, they are more prone to corona. So they are the priority, not disabled.
Okay. Um, so tomorrow, I'm so sorry. Last question. Yeah, you'll have to go last now. Yeah, go on, go on. Okay. So I had seen, there was a long queue when I got for the vaccine. I said, I am a deaf person. I have a certificate. If you can give me some, rebate, and I could go out. They said, no, you're perfectly fine. You have functional body. And they said you can show a certificate. I showed them my deaf certificate as a proof that I have a disability. So when I went in there, and I thought, I could get a rebate there because I am a person with disability. When I told them that, this is when I got my vaccine done, they said no, you have to come after 42 days. So they accepted it. Yeah. All right, that's fine. Yeah, he just explained to you, right? 6 to 8 weeks. So tomorrow, 40 days or 42 days, it's a mandate. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. 42 days is fine.
My request to deaf people is, don't use your deafness to jump the queue.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, definitely respect for you. Thank you so much. We can take one last question from the audience and then we will wrap it up. Namaste. Dr. Saab, namaste. Thank you so much
Namaste.
for joining in today and for the deaf people, and thank you Here a Million and having an interpreter. Two questions. One is, my father is aged 79 and he has my meningitis. Yeah, he has meningitis, and sometimes he would just it would come and it would go. So I mean, he should get vaccinated. Would it be suitable for him if he goes and gets vaccinated? He has to get tests first, or what? First question. Second question, I have been quite confused that at the hospitals, um, a lot of people are going, but animals, no animals are getting vaccinated or anything. Are animals getting affected by COVID anyway? It is related to animals in any way? It's just
Okay.
for humans.
Your second question first. Very recently, 2 days back, there was report that two lions have been found positive with corona.
Yeah, Dr. Alam says yes.
So animals, yes. Regarding your father, he has neurological problem. He's aged also. There is no need of any test, but ask your neurologist, because rarely vaccines can have neurological side effects, and he already has neurological problem. So ask neurologist.
All right. Uh, so my father, uh, it's very high risk to take him to a hospital right now. Should we be going to hospital? Is it safe?
See, why hospital? Take him to the nearest dispensary or the school which is giving.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you. Yeah. So I would ask Dr. Sanjay, do you have another 20 minutes or do you feel it's time to wrap up? Because I see a lot of questions are still there. If you could say stay, or would you want us to wrap up? We'll respect your time.
Okay, another 5-10 minutes. Let's see. Up to 8:30, I'm okay.
Okay, sure. Yeah, we're just switching the interpreter.
I have four questions here. The first one is some of my friends were telling me that if you will go to the government hospital and the vaccination are provided in the government hospitals are right and in the private one are not the right one, they were telling me. And I have a baby too, and I do breastfeed. My baby is 4 months right now, and my mother was telling me that if you are breastfeeding your child, you are not allowed to go for the vaccination. So I was confused whether I can go for vaccination part or not. And I have two children. The first one is 4 years old, and the second one is 4 months. Okay, so for the baby, for the children, we have to go for the vaccination part. So is the vaccination will be provided same to the 4 months child baby and the 4 years baby? And I do have the cold and cough. It still continue. Is it okay to get the vaccination done? That's what I want to know.
Okay. First question, government versus private hospital. The vaccine is the same. The storage is the same. The nurse is the same. There is no difference. Okay. I have already told breastfeed mother can have vaccination. At the moment, no vaccination for under 18 in India. Trials are going on, maybe 12 to 18 vaccination will start, but still not clear. If you already have cough and cold, it is common sense, wait for 2, 3, 4 days. Let it settle, then go and have the injection.
Okay, it's clear now. Thank you so much, Dr. Alim here. Thank you. I think we can have 2 last questions, then we can wrap it up. So I know people are having some doubts about regarding the new virus. It's called black fungus. The new is happening right now. So if you can explain about it.
Okay. Now, number one, it is not a virus. It is a fungus. Now, this fungus, which is called mucormycosis, it's a very deadly fungus, and it infects eyes, nose, sinuses, and keep going infection deeper and deeper. The infection does not occur in normal people. Infection has no relation to corona, but we used a drug called tocilizumab.
Can you spell it out?
TOCILLIZUNAB. Now, this drug or high doses of steroids, when used for corona, can suppress the immune system. And if immune system is suppressed, this fungus causes problem. Same can happen if you have poorly controlled diabetes. So normal person don't need to worry about it. If you are severely immunosuppressed, you are at risk of black fungus.
Okay. Okay. And what about the other virus, other variant B.1.617, something like
Double
that?
mutant variant. Now, it's like, a virus changes its genome, the genetic sequencing one time, and then it changes again. So that makes it double mutant. Now, this strain is very deadly. Unfortunately, it is spreading in India. And the whole world is worried about it. It is felt that the normal vaccine may not help much against it. It is thought, not clear yet, but it is under research. So that is a huge problem.
So it means if we get vaccinated, that's also we might not be protected from the COVID, right? Is it possible?
It is possible. We have had in our Apollo faculty twice vaccinated doctors still got corona, but they all came out of it. It was mild. So, bottom line is, even if vaccine is not 100% perfect, still take vaccination.
Okay, thank you so much. And the last point I would like to ask, I know that people would like to ask as well. Some people, have diabetes and some other medical conditions. Can they get vaccinated or not?
Absolutely, yes, no problem.
Okay, then. I would like to thank you so much. I know there are a lot of questions over here people would like to ask, but we are running out of time as well. If you have any question, please be careful. Just stay at your home, wear your mask, sanitize your hands. Likewise, whatever we have been asked has been from long time. If you have any, if you get the opportunity to get the vaccination done, please go for it and ask the doctors for any queries you have. Don't wait for it and get it done. And if you find the opportunity, must go for it. And we have feedback form right now. Tushar will send the link to everyone. So if you have any questions, any doubts, you can fill up that form and we can collect it, the questions, and later on we can provide the answers to you. Other questions? Oh no, not the question. On Thursday we do have the another session once again with another doctor. You can ask them also. You can ask him. It would be the similar information, but yeah, it's important that you get your vaccination done. I would like to thank you, Dr. Sanjay Jain, for your giving valuable time, for your all hard work, for all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Grateful to Dr. Aleem, grateful to you. I'm so happy to talk to all my young friends, and I hope it has been of help.
I hope everyone would be safe at their home and just be protected from the coronavirus. Hoping for good health for everyone. Okay, bye-bye. Bye.